Well, look, I've decided to go live early because, well, actually, my guests today, they need to rush off to work in a minute. So if you don't mind, that's all right, isn't it? And besides, if you're listening to this later on Spotify or whatever, it doesn't really matter, does it? I mean, you've just clicked yes at whatever time of the day. I'm going to be talking to Goldberry straight after this. Oh, look how clear everybody is as well. It's amazing. From the one side of the world to the other, and everybody looks absolutely fantastic. Sarah, Erin, how are you?
Doing well. Yes, good morning. How is your day going? You have the day gone?
Well, yes, it's 2:20 here, which, you know, means it's almost school pickup time. My day's going well. Thank you very much. Lots done already. One podcast recorded, lots of written stuff, lots of videos edited, and you've had your breakfast, presumably. Is that about it?
I wish. No, I haven't had my breakfast.
Oh, you haven't?
I was just notified we are out of coffee, but that is okay.
Oh no!
Oh no, that is a tragedy. Well, look, let me make. There you go.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
There you go. Do you like sausage dogs?
Oh yes, they're so cute. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have a real one just over there. His name's Trooper. He's you know, part of the show sometimes. Unfortunately, when the postman comes and then he starts barking and all of that sort of thing, it's just how we roll here. Now, listen, I found you on the Instagram and on X as well.
Cool.
Have you got used to it being called X yet?
I still call it Twitter. I'm not able to. I only call it X if other people are calling it X. But
I mean, it's just sounds like someone you got rid of, doesn't it?
Yeah. It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I was with my ex for years, and you know, and now I've gone over to Instagram. There we go. How did you all meet? Because there's three of you. So how did you all get together? Just tell that story for people.
Well, you want to start, Erin?
Well, Sarah and I met in high school, actually, and we just became close friends. And I think one day I went to her and said, "Hey, I wrote a song. Do you want to help me finish it?" And that's how we started. And then we were playing music together for, I don't know, a really long time before we decided to record an EP. And then Amy came in and did electric for it. And then we asked her to stay because we liked her so much.
Yeah.
Oh,
so about 10 years before we recorded.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's by a long time. Yeah.
You don't look old enough.
We get told that a lot. Yeah. So I'm 31.
For there to be 10 years in there when you hadn't actually recorded anything.
Right.
So you must have known, Erin, that Sarah can not only play guitar and whatever, but can sing as well, because you know, close harmonies, etc., are a really important part of what you do. So you must have felt that she could sing, but actually your voices would blend as well, or did you not know that until you'd actually started the process?
I think we had played some covers together at that point, just for fun. We both grew up in musical households, so music was really natural, part of our friendship.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Our really pretty harmonies are all her. So she knew. Yes. She knew that we both sounded really good together.
Well, it's one of those things that I think where you know is when you just go round to somebody's house and you're in the kitchen and you're making a cheese toasty, or, you know, creating some kind of mac and cheese or something, but making coffee together, and everybody starts singing. Do you do that at all as a group? Do you find that you're like just always singing with each other, or is it literally that's off limits until you're actually making music?
I think riding in the car is a natural place that we would both be doing it.
Yeah, we have our moments of belting out like songs that we like.
Yeah.
So
Definitely
cool.
driving in the car.
In the car. And now, would that be listening to other people's music and singing along, or would that be making stuff up as you're driving along?
Other
That's
people's
really cool.
music.
I'd say a little bit of both.
Do we do a little bit of both?
Yeah, a little bit of both. Nice. What kind of things do you listen to in the car that you might sing along to? Give us an example. You don't have to sing it.
Good.
Good, because it's
We
early in the morning.
listening to the new Beyonce song on repeat. 16 Carriages, super good.
Yeah, well, that's got a country vibe to it, hasn't
it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun to sing along with the Queen Beyonce. She's amazing, obviously,
but your harmonies are better.
No, absolutely not. No,
What?
I don't even sing the harmony.
You can't make that claim.
Yeah, we don't claim that. No, but if you're gonna sing with someone good, you'll be there. So
we listen to like a pretty big hodgepodge of music, so all different genres.
Is there a male artist that you listen to who's got a really high voice and then you do lower parts too?
This band called Half Alive sings a lot of higher parts that I really love to sing.
Or like Bon Iver's first album.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's crazy high, isn't it? Yeah.
So high. Yeah. He's singing in a falsetto, I think, is what he says.
Mm-hmm.
It's not his normal voice.
I like his falsetto more than his normal voice. Don't tell him that though.
Well, no, I won't tell him that. I know a few people that might be able to tell him that, but I wouldn't. If you could actually get a fourth member in the band just for a week or so, not on a long-term basis, because three's a crowd. Who would that be? Who would you pick? Who would you think? Oh, it would be fun to go and record with them for a week.
Maybe Rachel Sermani. Are you familiar with her?
Fantastic artist.
Yeah. That would be
love her. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What is it? Does songwriting with her that really stands out?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Her voice range and her guitar skills are really impressive too.
She also just seems like a lovely person.
Really
so
lovely.
It'd be fun to do something with her.
Yeah. I mean, she's had she's had one of those careers where she's a real sort of musician's musician, if you know what I mean. I expect a lot of people listening will probably go, I don't know who that is,
but they
actually, but they should. And actually, if they've probably then hear her, they probably go, I have heard that.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe that's a good place to be in life, in music, so that actually people do know who you are, but they don't know who you are, because otherwise everything is this, isn't it? Everything's social media. How do you find social media and that side of the business? Do you find that okay, or do you sometimes think, oh, really? Do we have to do that in order to get the music out there?
We have mixed opinions on this, I think.
Yeah, it can be a little overwhelming at times, but at the same time, I think we've gotten the most opportunities out of social media. Yes. Like the most show offers, the most connections to do like collaborations and things have come through social media. And so even though it's a lot of work, it's definitely helped us get where we are.
Yes.
And I actually, for my day job, part of my day job is running social media for other people. And so it's feels more natural now to me.
Yeah, but it's so much more fun when it's for other people, don't you think?
Yes.
I mean, that's what I do. I run a social media marketing business, and the best thing about doing it for other people is that actually a lot of your content becomes their content, and it's almost like you're speaking through another person's voice. It's wonderful. Do you think people overall struggle to be creative in 2024? Do people need to a sort of help up with creativity? Do you think we've got a little bit lazy on the creative side of things?
With their work or with what they post online, or both?
Well, yeah, both.
Both. I think it depends. We only get to see what they share online, so we don't actually get to know how creative they are off of a camera or not what they share. So I think that's harder to answer, but
I've definitely heard the opinion, and I could see this, that I think it's harder for people to be creative in this day and age because we're just not bored very often. Because we have so much stimulation.
That's an interesting idea. Yeah. Or we're always bored. And therefore, we're always looking for something to get us out of our boredom.
Distract us.
But, yeah. I actually think boredom is a good thing.
Definitely. I don't think you could really be creative without some boredom.
Yeah. Looking to sort of like fill the gap, the void of whatever. What was it you were looking for when you first came together to write music? What was it that you were looking to fill the gap with that you didn't think anybody else was filling the gap with?
I think it's just fun to make music with Aaron because we were going for, let's tell these stories. Let's talk about like a fictional story in song. So it could be about anything, and that's just really exciting.
I think the longer we've done it, we've said that like one of our main goals is to just bring people comfort because that's what we've gotten out of music. Yeah.
You say that, don't you, on the last video that you put up on YouTube? I think one of you says towards the end, these are situations that you might have experienced, and I hope this does bring you sort of comfort, etc. So are you writing those from any kind of real experience, or are you just taking aspects of your life and kind of embellishing them to make experiences that are more palatable in song?
I'd say both. What would you say, Sarah?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of real life experiences that we've both had that have been hard, which we would need comfort music for. And so because we know that music is that powerful for us, we find that it's easy to write about our own experiences, but also, just being inspired by other people's work.
Yeah. Now, look, you both said that you come from musical homes. So parents, family, other siblings as well, listening to music, presumably?
It's mostly my parents. But my brother is the one that kind of encouraged me. My brother Ryan, whose wife is our electric guitarist, Amy. He was like, you can learn from the internet how to play guitar. Just, look up the chords online. And I'm like, oh, really? And he's like, yep.
Yeah. Is that how you did it? Is that the way that
a
you
lot of
guitar?
What I learned was just chord sheets online, but then playing in groups at church and then at school, playing with other musicians who know a lot more than me has been a big help.
You mentioned church. I mean, actually, so many musicians,
right?
A lot of them not Christians or having no faith whatsoever now, or whatever, did grow up in churches and learn to sing with other people in churches. A lot of church music's quite hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Actually, really quite hard.
Some of it can be, yeah.
Is there anything that you learned specifically from sort of church music or whatever over the years that you feel like you've brought to the table? Would it be sort of being able to sing in harmony with other people particularly, or?
I'd say just playing music live and like helping get over some of those nerves. It was a good start for that, because I feel like things like harmony and stuff like probably was easier to learn like by myself in a room, but I think playing music live for the first time would be kind of jarring if like we both didn't have that background.
Yeah,
I get that. Although I would say, and this is not being nasty to anyone, learning to sing and keep tune and keep in harmony whilst singing in a room with people that definitely can't sing is something that you learn in church. Is that not fair to say?
I think you just sing louder because you don't want them to hear themselves. I think I've definitely done that. I can't sing harmony. I don't know how. I don't know how to sing harmony.
I've sung in church before now, and somebody next to me has been completely tone deaf, and you really have to focus sometimes when the tune next to you is just going who knows where, right? That's hard work. generally,
That's some experience with that for sure.
yeah, well, because generally in a kind of professional singing kind of situation, most people that are up there can sing, otherwise
Know
they
what's
wouldn't be
going
up there. But that doesn't go in church necessarily, because everybody's singing for God, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, when you've obviously have inspirations in your closet that are like the kind of music that you're making now. Is there something in your sort of record collection, either of you two, that people would be surprised by? Is there something in there that's oh, there's a smile from Erin, so I'd love to know what that's all about.
I almost feel like Sarah would have a better answer for that.
I have some strange, silly things that are nothing like what we make that I listen to. Yes, I like the rapper NF. I really like his music. Maybe that's predictable. Maybe it's not. I don't know, but I like his music. Half Alive doesn't sound like us, but I really like their music a lot.
Right. We're never going to see a rap then in one of your songs.
I should not be doing that. No,
I don't think so. No.
No.
Probably
Maybe if it was a collaboration.
Maybe if someone else was rapping, that would be fine. Yes.
Okay. What about you, Erin? Is there anything in there that's?
I feel like I listen to a little bit of all genres. Maybe one thing that I listen to a lot that's different from ours is I listen to a lot of classical music.
Yeah.
Just like it. Yeah.
What any particular kind of classical music? Is it modern classical or sort of modern quasi classical music, or is it,
It's a mix. I'd say a little bit more modern.
Yeah. Nice. Repetitive stuff as well. Things like Philip Glass, or just like some of the modern Polish composers, etc. What about jazz? Do either of you two listen to jazz?
Now and then. Not a lot, but I like some of the older jazz. Like I could definitely spend an afternoon listening to Ella Fitzgerald.
Yeah. Is the voice, how important is the voice to you in music? Do you say you gravitate towards a voice first and foremost when you listen to music?
Sometimes I do.
Yeah.
I think if the cleaner and prettier the voice is, the more interested I am.
But sometimes if it's got something really nice going on in the instruments, that can draw me in too.
Yeah.
Where would you say your music's going in terms of style? Is there something you haven't explored yet in terms of your writing that you would perhaps like to explore? Some kind of change in production, or make something that's maybe a little bit more left field, or a little bit more, add a bit more of an indie type tinge, if you know what I mean by that? Or...
It would be fun if we did like a punk rock type song.
Punk rock song.
That would be just fun. Yeah, we both like rock music a little bit here and there. So
we have one that's kind of like that, which everyone's always surprised when they hear that one that's recorded, which is Summer's Gone, because it sounds very different from the rest of our songs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We also have one that's not recorded called Moonlight that's got kind of a rock feel that once we have Amy add electric to could potentially. And then a new one we wrote that isn't out yet at all that I think has more punk vibes, or at least rock vibes.
What's your audience expecting from you as an audience? Not just in terms of the music, but in terms of people. Do you find that there's a particular conversations that you're having with people online? Are you finding that people are opening up to you? Because your pieces are quite, as you say, about helping people through. Are people then telling you stories about situations that they've been in, etc., where your music's spoken to them?
That's a good question. I don't know. A lot of people that I talk to about our music are on an app that's not X or Twitter. It's like this other social media. It's kind of experimental called DSO. So a lot of people I talk to online are on there, and they're really enthusiastic about Erin's harmonies, and they love the bass that our friend Chris has added, who records us. Chris Turnbaugh, he's really awesome. So yeah, and Amy's electric parts, a lot of people get excited about what she adds to their sound too. So, but
cool.
I haven't had a lot of real deep conversations over the talking about our music a whole lot, except for maybe in like video calls like this, which is harder to remember, I guess, exactly what people have to say.
Well, no, yeah, absolutely. Do you ever? Oh, go on.
No, I was just going to say, I think the one that we've gotten the most feedback on in that respect is our first single that we released called Love You Always, which I wrote about my dad having cancer. And so we've talked about that sometimes in live shows. And so I've had a lot of people come up to me after that and say that it touched them, whether they're like a father or a child.
Yeah.
I can see that that's quite emotive for you. Has it helped you though, Erin? Has it helped you that, you know, other people have come up to you and said things like that?
Yeah, I mean, it was something that happened a really long time ago. And so it's cool to see that like this experience has made its way to touching other people who've gone through hard things, even if it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you, do you ever fight about who sings what?
Not really. We have to fight Amy to sing her parts.
Oh, you have to make her sing her parts. She's quite shy.
She's like, I'm fine if I just write the electric guitar parts and that's all I do. And we're like, but you have a really pretty voice, so you're welcome to sing. And she's like, well, I don't have to sing. Like, well, you can sing. So she's singing 2 verses, or a verse and a bridge on this new EP, and it's really pretty what she's added.
And she brings a really pretty low harmony to a lot of our choruses.
Yeah.
So you need something there at concerts then that the audience can get involved with to really help Amy with this confidence level. Yeah.
I think she's got confidence. She just doesn't want to be featured too much. I don't know. It's
really?
Very funny.
No, I'm not convinced.
Song that she wrote that we'll make her do sometimes at the shows where she's
our
majority of it.
Yes, she's our newest band member. So I think Aaron and I are both like, come on. You're just as much in this band as we are.
Yeah.
But we've been in it for longer, so that's why she feels that way. And that makes sense.
Well, I had an English band called the Deep Blue on here the other week. I don't know whether you've heard of them or you've seen them. They've got lovely harmonies, by the way. So and I'm actually going to go and see them live tomorrow night. But one of the things that they've done on the tour coming up is that they're getting little stamps of the different faces of the different members of the band, and they're asking people to choose which one they have, and then they're going to tot up and see who wins. So they're a bit of a sort of personality competitive, yeah, a little bit of competitive edge. But you know, maybe you need to do like sell or give away at the entrance. You need to give away little signs that people can hold up that sort of promote Amy singing her bits. You know, it really help her with
like
the
Amy sign.
Yeah, we love your singing, Amy. You know, or like Amy hands. You know those giant hands? They would be good.
Oh, the foam finger.
Yeah,
Good. I like that.
With like, you know, we love Amy singing on it. You know.
Oh,
and then,
yes, her mom and dad would definitely love to have that.
That's it.
And her husband would also.
Well, there you go. What's her husband's name?
Ryan.
He's if you're watching, brother. Ryan, if you're watching, if you're listening to this later, if you could organise that, so let's get some foam hands for the next concert, and then give them out amongst the audience. And then when Amy's singing her parts, everybody puts their giant foam hands in the air.
Yes.
Then she, you know, it will just crack with her. She'll be there in future. She'll be like really excited about doing it. What haven't you achieved yet in your career that you want to achieve?
I think we would be really excited if we were to tour somewhere, to go on like even a 5 or 6 concert tour or something. It's across the US. That would be really cool. Across
the US, but what about the wonderful shores of England?
Oh, that would be better.
Oh, that would be better every time. Yeah.
As soon as I said that, it was like, yes, of course. Is there an English artist over here that you'd love to tour with? Is there someone this side of the pond that you go, oh, yeah.
Staves.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
We love them. So
why did I know that you're going to say that? And they've got a new album coming out.
Yeah.
Goodness. Well, I'm excited to hear that.
Yeah. So there you go. Perhaps what we'll do is we'll tag them into this when it goes out.
Perfect.
And the Staves, if you're listening, because you got a new album, that means you're going to have a tour, etc. So if you'd love Goldberry's to join you, I mean, it just makes sense, doesn't it? It just makes sense. So. There we go. Well, let's see if we can make that happen. That would be a wonderful, wonderful thing. For anybody that hasn't heard of your music yet, and of course now that you've been on, they'd be dying to go and find out a little bit more about your music and hear it, and and then there'd be fans for life, etc. So that's a wonderful thing. Where should they start? Which song should they start with from your grand canyon of work?
I still think "Love You Always" is a very good first song to hear of ours. This is the first song we ever released. It showcases a lot of what we have. Amy's on it, even though she wasn't in the band yet when we recorded that.
We actually just had a new song come out on Friday, which is part of our full EP, which is coming out in a couple weeks, called Downtown River, that we were pretty excited to share.
Yeah.
So one or the other of those.
Or if you want a sound that doesn't sound exactly like us all the time, Space is another new single we just put out and has some pretty fun drums that you can't say that on. I mean, all our drums are good because the same guy who does the drums, Sam Schenk, is amazing. But we don't necessarily write sick beats. Okay, we're just not that.
Oh, this one's got sick beats.
He does. He did some cool double time drums on Space. So,
there you go.
If you need a mix, that I would say those two.
Yeah. Okay. So what you're saying is really you can't leave it at one. What I'm going to do then, and this is unprecedented, is I'm going to actually add more than one of your tracks to the My Music podcast playlist, so that people can hear that. Okay. Which is great. So when they're listening to the 20 plus hours worth of music that's on there. Yeah, because that's quite scary, isn't it? That's because there's been that many people that have come through to talk to me. Then they will get to hear an awful lot of your music. Please do, if you ever get a chance, send something, maybe a photo of you lot or something for the board. These are all people that have been on before. And thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much for having us.
No, it's been an absolute pleasure. It's an absolute pleasure. I would sing with you, but not today.
Okay.
Next time.
Because it's too early in the morning. Next time we will have to do something where it's your evening, and then
or
the
just
will warm
I
up.
just need a little coffee before, and then that'll
I just need a little coffee, and then we can all sing together. It's important. You've got to warm up, haven't you? You've got to warm up. Do you do scales?
I do not. No.
No. What's the standard warm up these days?
We normally pick just one of our songs that has like the highest notes in it, so we can stretch as high as we can beforehand. Yeah. And
then and then once you've hit up there, it's fine. You can come on down from that point on. It's true. High notes are fine. It's when it's like gravel.
The gravelly voice is tough.
That you don't start with that in the day, because if you start with that, you will lose your voice. You've got to warm up to the gravel voice. It's gravel and power, the rock voice, that you have to warm up to. High notes are fine. That's okay. You can start with that. Listen, it's been an absolute pleasure. Sarah, Erin, thank you for coming on today.
Very nice to meet you,
I don't normally wear a hat, by the way. For any of you
Chicago Bulls.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Well,
big in the 90s.
Massive in the 90s. Massive in Primark, which is one of our discount stores over here. Yeah.
Yes. I love Primark. Erin's been there many times.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Massive in Primark. I don't normally wear a hat. And I'm normally known for my spiked up hair, but the reason is, and I'm not going to show everyone because it is really quite embarrassing. There's a massive, great plaster under here.
What is it?
Where they operated on my head at the weekend. So this is literally to cover up the fact that I look like a complete idiot underneath.
But it went well. No,
it's fine.
Great.
Yeah. The drugs are working fine.
Excellent. Well, we look forward to seeing your cool hair another time.
Thank you so much indeed. Folks, I'm sorry that's all we've got time for, but they've been absolutely fantastic. Do go and check out Goldberry. Do go and listen to their music. Thank you to Sarah and Erin for coming on. Hi to Amy and everybody else that's part of the wonderful Goldberry family. Go and check their music out now. And that's all I can say. Until next time, bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.